How did this universe, as we know it, come into existence? What is the Big Bang Theory and why did it take place? What was there before it? Was this theory just made up while trying to answer questions? No, physicists don't work that way. Hello, I'm Vinayaka and join me in this journey where we'll go back in time and explore the cosmos and try to get one step closer to answering humanity's greatest curiosity in our quest of understanding the universe. The first evidence for such a model was found in the late 1920s by Edwin Hubble. His observations suggested that the universe was expanding. How? He observed that the galaxies were moving away from us. The real genius of Edwin Hubble was to find out that farther galaxies had a faster average recession velocity, and he mathematically plotted this as V is equal to hd, where h is the Hubble parameter, which itself is defined as V by d. It can also be thought of as the time taken by the universe to become x% of its current size. V is velocity and d is distance. Looking at this linear curve, Einstein's theory of general relativity said that space itself must be expanding, since expansion of space is even everywhere. If we look far enough, we can actually find galaxies that are moving away from us faster than the speed of light. Now, we should be a little careful about the statement, as nothing is moving through space faster than the speed of light, but space itself is expanding. But how do we know this? Redshift. What Hubble observed was the relativistic Doppler redshift. This effect is also seen with sound waves, when you feel that the pitch of an object goes from high to low as it passes by you. You can visualize this as follows. Light waves is being emitted by an object traveling outwards in perfect concentric spheres, and the surface of each sphere represents a crest. If the object is stationary, then the spheres would remain concentric. However, if the object is moving according to you, then you can clearly see that the spheres get squeezed towards the direction of motion, thus changing the wavelength of light. To the human eye, light of shorter wavelength appears to be bluer and longer ones appear redder. And since galaxies are moving away from us, this phenomenon gets its name as the Doppler redshift. Of course, by redder, we mean longer wavelength in general and not real red. This term is used even though the light we're speaking about is not part of the visible spectrum. The Doppler redshift is only one factor in play. There is another equally important phenomenon called the cosmological redshift. This is like a fingerprint left by the expanding universe. The universe just literally stretches light waves to make them redder. The takeaway here is that if the universe is expanding, then it will be larger tomorrow than what it is today, and must have been smaller yesterday and even smaller the day before. And now we're ready to make conclusions. Using the mathematics of GR, we can rewind the laws of physics backwards until the universe was a tiny speck, and this is the Big Bang Theory. As we shall see, the name Big Bang is a misleading term. This theory implies that the universe was a tiny singularity of zero size and then expanded into the surrounding nothingness. And this is a misconception. This singularity is not what it seems to convey. If the universe is infinite, which it seems to be, and there are reasons to think why it should be as well, then it always had to be infinite. But wait, if the universe is infinite, what is it expanding into? Itself. And this is the beauty of infinity. You can imagine an infinitely long number line or a plane and shrink it or expand it as much as you want, and it will still remain infinite, and so is the case for our universe. The Big Bang suggests that the universe began with a blast of the greatest magnitude in all of history, but this is not true at all. The earliest epoch of our universe is explained by the theory of cosmic inflation. The Big Bang Theory was certainly a great revolution as it removed the misconception that the universe is static and eternal. Let us take a ride back into the early universe and explore what the Big Bang Theory predicts and why we are really sure it happened.